I'll admit, I was conflicted when reviewing NBA 2K21. On one hand, there's no doubt that NBA 2K year over year is typically the best looking, most realistic sports simulation game out in the market. However, each year the game has long-standing issues that prevent the series from achieving perfection, including modes like My Career and My Team that essentially force you to pay for VC to enjoy them, online latency issues, and shoddy online matchmaking. This year is no different, as NBA 2K21, despite a new neighborhood, new shooting mechanic, slight gameplay improvements, and some questionable changes in how you earn fans and team chemistry in My Career, is essentially a carbon copy of last year's game. This is where gamers will experience the biggest change in NBA 2K21, for better or worse. 2K decided to totally revamp the Pro Stick in NBA 2K21, and the changes caused an uproar from the 2K community when it comes to shooting. It's no longer a timing exercise, as shooting and layups are now done using an aiming mechanic in which you have to adjust the Pro Stick in real time to hit the ideal center aim point. The aiming window is dependent on several factors, including player rating, shooting ability, and how well the shot is contested. Sounds easy at the surface, but it's actually extremely difficult and requires a huge learning curve. There are benefits of mastering the new shooting mechanic, as doing so gives gamers a boost in shot percentage compared to using the old timing and/or button option, which you can revert back to if aiming isn't your thing. Dribbling with the Pro Stick also received a refresh. In past games, you can hold the Pro Stick in any direction to take a jump shot. This year, holding the right stick left, right, or up results in different dribble moves. Escape dribble moves are done by holding the right stick left or right, signature size-ups are done by holding the right stick up, and quick one-to-one and momentum dribble moves are executed by tapping the right stick. This is a welcome change, making it easier for gamers of all skill levels to chain dribbles in 2K21. Now, besides the Pro Stick changes and overall on-court gameplay feeling slightly more fluid than last year, there aren't any other drastic changes in NBA 2K21. In fact, if you were to revert the Pro Stick controls to what they were last year, most would think they were playing NBA 2K20 and not a new game in NBA 2K21. Visually, the NBA 2K series has produced the best looking sports games year over year, and 2K21 is no different. Player faces and body types are carbon copies of their real-life counterparts, courts are accurately represented, and 3D crowds, cameramen, mascots, and cheerleaders also look great. But again, with current gen reaching the end of its cycle and 2K likely focusing on next gen, 2K21 from a graphics perspective is essentially the same as last year's game, which isn't a bad thing. However, as you'll find out with the rest of this review, there will be a recurring theme here of copy and paste. If you were to tell someone in the room as you play NBA 2K21 that you're playing NBA 2K20, they wouldn't know the difference. That's presentation in a nutshell when it comes to NBA 2K21. Outside of a few new sponsorships plastered within in-game replays, everything from a presentation standpoint is exactly like last year's game. Same score bug, same broadcast graphics package, same excellent announced teams, and the same replay transitions. I mean, I can go on and on here. Now, with sports games, it's difficult to make many drastic changes year over year, but one thing that can be done, and in fact it's one thing I've always looked forward to, are the changes to in-game presentation. The fact that there literally wasn't any presentation updates in 2K21 is disappointing to say the least. This is where my love-hate relationship comes up with the NBA 2K series, and this year is no different. NBA 2K21 has several modes gamers can dig deep into, whether that's Play Now, Blacktop, My League, My GM, Online, and 2KU, among others that will keep you busy for months. However, these modes remain essentially unchanged from last year's game. Again, copy and paste. The primary focus for 2K in recent years has been on the two modes that make them the most revenue and also pushes many gamers to spend more money to actually enjoy them in My Team and My Career. Now, My Team is essentially 2K's version of Madden Ultimate Team, in which you build your own fantasy team via your own personal card collection. You can play games in order to earn new packs, but it's such a grind and requires such luck to get packs with high-end cards that many end up having to pay to play. Gaining things this way never sat well with me since these types of modes gained popularity, and today it still doesn't. Some gamers are willing to invest their time and real money in my team, but I'll admit that I'm not one of those gamers. My career is back, and this is the saving grace for 2K and why gamers typically end up buying 2K year over year, myself included. My career is essentially an RPG in basketball form, in which you create your own player, put him through the rigors of moving from high school to the NBA, and leveling him up to an eventual 99 overall rating. There's a sense of satisfaction when investing time and effort in a player, earning VC, improving your player's attributes, badges, and animations, and showcasing those skills in the neighborhood, which is totally revamped this year with a Santa Monica beach-like setting. However, just like my team, the grind in my career is a tough one. 2K removed several ways to speed up this process in order to push gamers into spending more money for VC. For example, halftime and post-game interviews were removed, meaning the only way you can earn fans and team chemistry is through in-game play. These are key elements to my career as they are both tied to earning VC. The more fans, the quicker you get sponsorships that earn you VC. Higher team chemistry equates to better play on court, which results in more VC earned for on-court successes. Removing these key elements make the grind to 99 that much harder. Besides that, expect yet another copy and paste of my career from 2K20 to 2K21. Visually, the park is different, but outside of an arcade area, the same pieces from last year remain in this year's game, from the practice facility, the park, the rec, Pro-Am, VC Sports Management. You get the picture, it's all the same. NBA 2K21 at its core is a deep, immersive, and fun game. With the copy and paste aspects from last year's game, issues with online bugs such as matchmaking, lag, and in some cases gamers not properly getting VC they paid for or earned. I personally experienced some of this. In addition to the continued pay-to-play concept with 2K's core modes, hurt what should be the best sports video game on the market. Let's hope these issues change when the next-gen version comes out in November of 2020.